Hello, I'm Artifacts of Mars, coming to you from my VR home on Second Life in Jumeoni, called Alien Artifacts. Today we're going to look at a series of 3 photos from Opportunity rover, Sol 101. What's unique about these photos is that we're going to see some pretty serious image manipulation. First thing I want to point out is the skyline here, the horizon, seems to be literally littered with what appears to be ruins, buildings, perhaps even skyscrapers. You don't have to be a scientist to know what a city looks like. I'd say over here we probably have vegetation. Photo looks a little bit different when you put it on windows because this is a perfect square. It's 20 meters by 20 meters, and on windows it's not a perfect square, it's more rectangular. Anyway, here's the second marker that I placed on the photo for reference. This is important because it'll show that this photo, the rover never moves, and the photo stays in the same place, all 3 photos. So the rover is going to stay in place, but what we're going to see is some changes. Let's go ahead and put up the second photo. I just resed it onto the 20 by 20 board, and voila, what's happened? The blue marker has stayed in place. The great amount of the hillside has simply vanished. This photo comes a few minutes after the first one. Notice that the fat part of the red marker is now contrasted against the sky, whereas before it was all over that one big patch of rocks or whatever it is. It's pointing to the same area, however. We see the same things that we saw in that big patch. So what's happened here is a great amount of stuff has been removed. And again, we still see what appears to be a cityscape in the background. And I believe we have some gas here or something. That's the way it looks. Take a look at the blue arrow. It's still pointing at the same squarish area. Nothing's changed. So what we have here is an intentional case of image manipulation. I believe that somebody is intentionally trying to obfuscate something, cover it up by making 3 different versions. Did I say 3? Absolutely, because we're going to take a look at the 3rd version of this photo right now. Voila! Now the red marker is clearly up in the sky on this photo. Remember, this isn't part of the photo, it's actually a 3D object that's in front of it. We have what looks like a cityscape one more time, and everything that was there before is gone. The blue marker over here is in the same place it was before. So what's happened here? Logic would dictate that this is, or should be, the original photo. Possibly. We can't really be certain of that statement, given all the image manipulation. But you don't take a photo and put it in the skyline. I would think it would be easier to put in more material rather than take something away. So I'm assuming that this is the original photo. There are compression artifacts which back up the idea that there's been image manipulation on a pretty grand scale. Question is why? Well, that's what we're here to determine. I would say we're definitely looking at a cityscape of some sort, possibly just ruins, but a cityscape nonetheless. And I'm going to say it. I think there was a city on Mars, and this is proof of it. We're going to run through this sequence of photos one more time, though, just so we can take another look. Keep an eye on the skyline. We're going to go back to the original one. See where the red marker is? It's well below all this. And we'll drag the next one. Now it's above the horizon. The fat part is. The other part points to this little area in here that I showed earlier. And then finally more of the hillside disappears, replaced by sky. So there we have it, folks. Classic case of image manipulation by NASA. And it's not arguable. The rover never moves. The blue pointer is still in the same exact place relative to the photo. So, what has happened here? Why is NASA doing this? Because like I said, I figure that they've decided they have to obfuscate truth. I think at this point in time, if they did tell the public truth, it might cause a revolution. Because I know things are extremely tense right now and the public's fed up. As am I. But there you have it. This is disclosure. You're seeing what are probably ruins from an ancient city. It may even be an active city for all I know. And intervening vegetation. The question is, why doesn't NASA talk about this? I believe I already answered that. I'm going to take a look down in here, see if there's anything interesting. Not really, but I haven't studied it that much in this area. So there we have it. I'm Artifacts of Mars. I need your help. I need you to go out and demand answers. Because enough is enough. They have got to tell us the truth. I'm Artifacts of Mars. I approve this message. Thank you for your kind attention.